It takes a lot of resources and a lot of coordination for Freakfest to run smoothly. Welcome back, everybody. Tonight, News 3 takes you behind the scenes for a look at the nerve center of the Emergency Operations Center with live feeds from surveillance cameras along State Street. It is home to every agency supporting Freakfest, from law enforcement to traffic and city engineers, even to the organizers, Frank Productions. Three folks who know the difference when that coordination is streamlined. Captain Mary Shaw from Madison Police Department, Chief Deborah Amesqua from the Madison Fire Department, and Dr. Robert Leschke from St. Mary's Hospital Emergency Room are our guests tonight. Thank you all for being here. Nice to see you. Captain Shaw, let's start with you. Technology played a big role in this Freakfest, from the cameras watching everybody on State Street to the Emergency Operations Center, the command center. And I think this must present, I've heard you say that State Street Halloween, there's nothing like it anywhere. So this must present a terrific opportunity in terms of helping different agencies work on their coordination and communication in the event, God forbid, we really do have a major disaster.
You're absolutely right, Terry. It really does. It gives us, even though this is a pre-planned event, what it does is it gives us a chance to work together with our other partners. And when we come together and we can kind of test our systems, if you will, whether it's communications, whether it's technology, and just actually building the relationships that we have, so when an emergency hits, I think that we are more prepared for whatever we might get.
Who's in the command center and who calls the shots?
Well, there's a whole structured layer of command. We have an emergency operations center and a command post. The command post is really your operational, your on the street level command. And then we have the emergency operations center, and that's where our policymakers are and the people that really, when the decisions get tough, they're some of the ones that are going to have to give the direction back to the command post. The command post makes it happen. Speaking
of tough decisions, let's take a look at this coordination in action to get an idea of what happens off of State Street and how we prepare for this. News 3 sent photojournalist Kathy King inside the St. Mary's emergency room.
Wake him up right away after the fall. No other noticeable injury, but we do have...
And then burn, all right?
Cut my hand in a beer bottle.
My name is Dr. Bob Leschke. I'm an emergency physician here at St. Mary's Hospital in the emergency department. All right, now hold still, man, okay? Because I'm going to start stitching, okay?
Other than drinking, anything else? Drugs, nothing else? Okay.
So far, the night's been pretty quiet. We're sort of waiting for the onslaught on tonight's Halloween festivities. It's usually, if not 100%, related to alcohol.
What did you feel?
My knee bent like the opposite way that it should.
Okay.
They'll get a bit careless. They start cutting themselves. They fall. They hit their head. They break bones. They argue with each other. They fight. So we'll see people who've been in altercation.
John, what are we at now as far as patients since 11, 15?
I'm Dr. Shawn O'Brien, emergency physician. You kind of always want to stay ahead of the game because you never know what's coming in next. It fell in like a pit kind of fire?
Fire pit.
Okay, gotcha. You worry that the time you spend with somebody that just was out having fun and is drunk, it takes away time that you can spend with, somebody that has a more serious illness.
St. Mary's, we're en route to your facility with an approximate ETA of 8 to 10 minutes.
On an average, we see between 20 and 25. On a busy night, 30. If it was, a good Halloween night on State Street, man, we'd see between 30 and 40. I think this is a very easy night for us.
So far, the night has been pretty uneventful. In terms of alcohol-related patients, we haven't seen a lot. Not too many players from State Street, just a few.
It's surprising, especially being that it's a full moon.
No questions or comments at this time. We'll send room upon your arrival. We'll see you in 5 minutes. This is St. Mary's and we're clear.
ER traffic at Madison's other hospitals, Meriter and UW Hospital, also considered slower than Saturdays during past Halloweens. Dr. Leschke, what really strikes me watching that is that as the night progresses, I'm watching your staff and your adrenaline is pumping and you're waiting for something to happen and then nothing does. It's almost like waiting for the storm that never hits. So how does that affect your staffing? If the city decides to cut back on staffing, is that something the hospital can afford to do?
Well, you know, we always, our motto is expect the worst, deliver the best. We work on the premise that we have to be ready for anything and everything that comes through that door. And weekends like this past Halloween weekend, we upstaff our nurses. We always, every day, have extra physicians on call in the event that things get busy. So if the city decides to pull back on staff, we won't.
Okay.
We'll always keep that same sort of staffing pattern.
Staffing patterns, Chief Amesco, must be a real issue for you because there are a lot of people in the city of Madison who have nothing to do with State Street, who could care less about what happens on State Street, and yet depend on the services you provide to protect and serve. So are there too many resources on State Street? How do you balance that with protecting the rest of the city?
Yeah, that's a really important question. It's always important that those of us that are in these positions, we strategize and we take a look at the resources that we have and to allocate them efficiently throughout the city to maintain the type of service that everyone expects when Halloween isn't here, as well as dealing with the situation that we have on State Street. So we evaluate that on a regular basis and make sure that we cover all those bases.
Stick around. We're going to ask you guys some more questions in the roundtable discussion at the end of the show, but we really appreciate you being here tonight and offering your perspective. Thank you very, very much.